Alright, boys and girls, welcome to Growing Guitar Wish Week here. And we have you, the true Jude. Funny name there, I like that name. You wish for Nothing Nowhere's South Boston. Alright, so Nothing Nowhere, they are highly appreciated here on Growing Guitar and outside of this channel as well. I'm aware of that. So we're going to look into South Boston. And before we go on, if you're new here to this channel, make sure you subscribe. Why? Because of this, okay? You have the possibility to wish for songs on this channel and get your song covered on a guitar and learn how to play it. So, yeah, special place to be here at Gordon Guitar where you can have that possibility. So, let's hit that subscribe button and move on with South Boston. So, you can see here, no need for any cape on this one. We're going clean and we have a couple of chords to handle in this song. We're gonna look at them first, 6 different chords. So let's start with A, all right? A goes open A, second D, second G, second B, and open E. We have G next. That will be third on E, second on A, open D, open G, third B, and third E. We have B minor, which is a bar chord. We place the index finger on the second fret. You push down all strings except for the last E. You don't have to push down that, but the 5 strings below are necessary. And then you need to add also 4th fret on D string, 4th on G, and 3rd on B. All right, that's the B minor. Next is D. And that goes open D, second G, third B, and second E. We have E minor next. That will be open E, second A, second D, open G, open B, and open E. And then finally, we have another bar chord. Again on the second fret, this time you need to push down all strings there, and then you need to add 4th frets on A and 4th on D. There we have all the chords needed. And yeah, let's start with the verse that is based upon this melody going on. And it actually sounds much harder than it is. So we're gonna play this in a very simple way, how it's done. So I suggest you have this set up with your fingers, your index finger on the second fret A, and then you have pretty much your middle finger glued there on the second fret G. That will stay there throughout this pattern here in the verse, all right? And then you're gonna move around with the index finger and your ring finger around that mid finger, all right? So that is pretty much this setup. So this is based upon B minor, A, and G for 3 rounds. And then the 4th round is E minor, F sharp minor, and G. That is how it's built, but we're gonna play notes from the actual chords. So we have different patterns here. The B minor pattern goes like this. Okay, so that is to play second on A, open D, back to second on A, second G, and open D. That is 1 round, and you go. The next chord is the A, and that pattern is to play the same, but now you have the bass note of open A. Instead of second A, you have the open A, and the pattern is exactly the same. So that gives us this. That will be open A, open D, back to open A, second G, and open D. That's the A part, and now the G. Now you go around with the ring finger. That's my suggestion to get the 3rd fret E string. Okay, that is a new bass note and the pattern is still exactly the same. So that will be, okay, that is 1 round. You're gonna play 3rd fret E string, open D, back to 3rd E, 2nd G, and open D. That G you're gonna play for 2 rounds. So that will be, that is one of these 3 rounds. You're gonna play 3 rounds like I mentioned. So slowly, 1 round goes like this. 3 rounds of that. It sounds like this in standard tempo. Somewhere around that tempo. That will be the first 3 rounds, and then you have the final round based upon E minor, F sharp minor, and G. So the E minor first. Now we're gonna follow still the same patterns, just different bass notes. The bass note now will be the open E string. That one, all right? So that gives us open E, open D, back to open E, second G, and open D. One round of that E minor, then we're gonna go into the F sharp minor part. Again, same pattern, different bass note, where you can find now on the 2nd fret E string. And that gives us, so you're gonna play 2nd E, open D, back to 2nd E, 2nd G, and open D. And then you're gonna end this with G2, and we already played that. You're gonna play that in the very same way, the 3rd fret E string as the bass note. So 2 rounds of that. All right, so that will finish up the 4th and final round here in the verse play. And that is actually also how the intro starts. Okay, so intro goes, I believe, for 2 rounds of that, and then you're gonna go into the first verse with 1 round of this. Okay, I'm gonna take you through 1 round in standard tempo now. So it goes like this: B minor 1, A1, G2 for 3 rounds, and then E minor 1, F sharp minor 1, and G2 for the 4th and final round. Let's go. Pretty simple when you get the pattern. And then after that one, after this first verse, you're gonna end with this. And a pause. That builds up for the chorus that comes right after. So you're gonna play 3rd fret on E string, the bass, then open high E, 3rd B, and 2nd high E, and a pause. All right, so that's the first verse. Then into the first chorus. Now we're gonna play strumming pattern. All right, so we're gonna go into the first chord here, the B minor. So grab that one. We're gonna learn the strumming with that chord. So 1 string around will be like this: down, up, down, up, up. So, and when you do the ups, you don't go all the way up like this. Just like this, so where you hit the higher strings down there, the E, B, perhaps G or so, and yeah, that is 1 round: down, up, up. And a couple of rounds to get the feeling for it. It goes like this. Right. So we have a chord progression that goes B minor 1, A1, G2, then B minor 1, D1, G2. Then you go back to the original, B minor 1, A1, G2, and then 4th round, E minor 1, F sharp minor 1, and G2. So I'm gonna speak meanwhile I'm playing, and I'm gonna take down the tempo a bit so you can just follow. All of these 4 rounds, you're gonna play them, and only for this one big corporation of 4 rounds. It goes like this: B, A, G2, B, D, and G2. B, A, G2, E, F sharp, and G2. That is the first chorus. Then you're going to jump back to the second verse now, and that is played exact in the same way as the first verse, but you don't have that final ending of these notes added. You will skip that part. You just play the melody part in the same way as we played the first verse. And from there on, you're going to jump into the first pre-chorus, okay? So that comes after the second verse. You're going to continue the same strumming we used for the chords. Now we're going to use G, 4 string rounds, B minor, 2, and A, 2, okay? So G, 4 string rounds, B minor 2, A2. Again. So 2 rounds of G4, B minor 2, and A2, and that's the first pre-chorus. The first and the last, actually. So after that, you're gonna turn into the bridge part. No, sorry, the second chorus, of course. And that second chorus is played exact the same way as the first one. So no changes there. One round of that big 4 rows of the chords. B minor A G, B minor D G, B minor A G, and E minor F sharp G. All right. After that second chorus, now comes the bridge part. Now we are about 2 minutes and 9 seconds into the song. You're gonna play again the same strumming we learned for this tutorial. Now you're gonna play E minor, 3 string rounds, F sharp 1, and G4. These 3 chords, you're gonna play that chord progression for 2 rounds. So E minor 3, F sharp, G4. Again. All right, that's the bridge part, and then we have the final parts of the song. It's the third and ending chorus. It's played exact in the same way as the previous choruses. The only difference here is it's twice as long. So 2 rounds of all these 4 rows of B minor A G, B minor D G, B minor A G, E minor F sharp, and G. 2 rounds of that. And with that, you have finished Nothing, Nowhere's South Boston. All right, the true Jude, you're the true guy. Thank you for being here on this channel. Spread the word about which songs on a guitar channel happens to have the name Gordon Guitar. You can learn your song, your favorite song. Perhaps you want to perform it on a wedding, for a boyfriend, girlfriend, your family, just for your own sake, to know it, your favorite song. It's up to you guys. I cover most songs, and yeah, it's a chance for you guys. So spread the words. I hope you enjoyed this one. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please feel free to do that. Till next time, play tuned.